Somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, a ship suddenly loses sonar contact beneath it. Not because of a malfunction, because something nearly 18 meters long just passed underneath. Days later, an entire whale carcass washes ashore, and the bite marks are unlike anything ever seen before. This isn't a giant great white, this isn't an orca attack. According to marine biologists, the animal responsible should have gone extinct over 3.6 million years ago. They come to a terrifying conclusion: a megalodon is still alive. Today, we're asking the hypothetical question, what if a megalodon suddenly returned to the present? Week 1. More and more sightings are recorded, and the news spreads like wildfire over social media. Temporary beach closures begin near reported sightings. Whale watching tours reroute offshore trips. Commercial fishing vessels avoid certain deep water areas entirely. Because, realistically, if a megalodon existed today, it probably wouldn't hunt near shore. It would stay far offshore, following whale migration routes across the open ocean. And 23 million years ago, that's likely exactly what it did. Megalodons specialized in hunting large whales and marine mammals, using sheer size and bite force to overpower prey. Week 2. Satellite tags attached to migrating whales suddenly stop transmitting, one after another. Then comes the first undeniable footage. A deep-sea research drone captures a gigantic shark-like predator feeding on a whale carcass thousands of feet below the surface. The leaked video becomes the biggest story on Earth overnight. News channels run non-stop coverage while scientists debate one question: how could a creature this massive survive undetected for so long? Surprisingly though, there are still no attacks on humans. Realistically, humans would make terrible prey for an animal this large. A single whale provides vastly more calories than a human ever could. Week 3. As researchers continue tracking the megalodon's movements, another apex predator notices the disturbance: orcas. Off the coast of New Zealand, the megalodon approaches a pod of 6-7 orcas for its next meal. But this time, it encounters something it never evolved to deal with: intelligent coordination. The orcas tighten formation instantly, pushing their calves toward the center while the adults position themselves defensively. Then, one strikes from the side. Another follows. The pod begins ramming the megalodon repeatedly while staying just out of reach of its jaws. For the first time, the megalodon is no longer the undisputed apex predator. A lone orca would stand little chance against an adult megalodon, but coordinated pods could potentially harass, injure, or drive one away through teamwork and intelligence. Week 4. Now the world wants control over the megalodon. Governments deploy underwater drones, military sonar systems, and deep-sea monitoring vessels across major whale migration routes. Deep in the Pacific, the megalodon continues searching for food. Except this time, the ocean is different. Whale populations are nowhere near what they once were millions of years ago. Large predators like megalodon would require enormous amounts of food to survive consistently. And modern oceans, damaged by overfishing, pollution, warming waters, and ecosystem decline, may simply not be able to sustain an animal this large anymore. In real life, one of the leading theories for megalodon's original extinction is declining food supply. And today's oceans may be even less capable of supporting a giant predator like this. 1 month later, a man finds something far from typical. The megalodon has washed ashore. The apex predator of Earth's ancient oceans, defeated not by another animal, but by a world that no longer supports it. Humanity realizes something deeply ironic. The megalodon was never the greatest threat to the ocean. Humans were. Even one of the most powerful predators to ever exist couldn't survive the modern world we created. Blue whales, great white sharks, manta rays, and many other marine species are all struggling today because of ship strikes, overfishing, plastic pollution, climate change, and collapsing ecosystems. They survived for millions of years before humans ever existed. Yet in just the last century, human activity has pushed many of them toward the brink of extinction. Maybe the scariest part of this story, Megalodon, it being such a mighty apex predator, could not stand the changes brought on by humans.